we just I believe we're going to we can't do that yet. Class J, no. Kim, no. We gotta start a nightclub. I think that's the plan. So yeah. No, somebody has the night gun. I mean our gun. We gotta meet her at night. Don't care about helping Joyce out. Don't care about that at all. Not one bit.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia?
I ain't doing that.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the
Do
purity of a man's soul.
Maybells mean
Evil
anything
is
to you,
not
Renee?
offensive. I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Hold on, is this a royalist military tradition?
It used to be. But the communards were fond of them too. Call them revolutionary flowers. Bells of the revolution.
Do they bring you good
You
luck?
know what? No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
You stirred up some bad memories there.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston. But not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month.
I understand. Jean-Marie meant a lot to you.
There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
Were the circumstances of her death in any sense unusual?
Absolutely not. She died of pneumonia in her bed at the age of 79. This is highly usual.
Where was the photo of you two taken?
Reversal Fair 91 in the Thorberg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day, and the Carabineers marched.
You looked
to the
happy
place
in the
of
picture,
honor.
smiling.
This was the happiest day of my life.
What happened with you, Gaston, and Jean-Marie?
I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch. I won her back. But while I was dealing with some issues,
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her.
Dark cloud. That sounds unpleasantly familiar.
Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
Make your time. Now, composure, huh? Do I have anything that could give me a little more composure? Oh no. I do not think so. Pinball maker coat. That's interesting. Mon Dieu. Okay. Right on our way to start a little nightclub. Yes. And people. Alright, let's go up here. Do. Alright, let's do it.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Oh. Guess I should walk here and not run. I guess I'm not running. For some reason. This is a fork to lightning pattern. Solid side. Radio frequencies, huh?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in a doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
Alright, let's get out of here. For now. I want to look around a little before I do anything else. Money! Interesting place. Sort of water.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely
Wait, I think you still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing, and it's beginning to worry me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable.
And whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible. then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
What if I don't? Okay, let's try to see beyond the shadows. Failed.
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height. It's like you see your own face reflected back at you in the vanishing geometry. A strange, alien image that's supposed to be you. There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
You see something hanging from the rafters,
Whoa.
looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The Crab Man.
The Crabman, yes. Hey, who's there?
The man leans forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem. It's been getting out of hand, but... sure.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very much in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. What do you think? Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? Yeah, alcohol is central to my identity. If I didn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. I don't even know what it is. This is all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupancy of ecclesiastic property. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from
To be
using it.
fair, it's really more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before you became a crab man?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me, start again from scratch.
That's not really the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name sets me apart from my fellows. How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Costo?
Don't think I met one yet, Holmes.
That was him suppressing the chuckle.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Who is this mother of silence you keep talking about?
Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has.
What will happen if once you drink from the perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
You sure you didn't switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Faith is kind of a drug.
I heard that before, Way, and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I'm still hungover from it.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
Let's agree. I was being insensitive. Sorry, let's move on.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time. It's not like that at
Guess you have a
all.
point.
I know it will take time.
Oh.
It's not like that. I know it will
Yeah.
take time.
I still don't understand what
sweat
you're
it.
doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me? Sing for me. Something.
I ain't from no Mariette, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is Silent as the Mother.
He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve.
How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me.
Are these your shoes laying around?
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
These shoes look pretty dapper, actually. The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Could it be that he just doesn't want to discuss a police raid with another police officer?
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub?
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Wait, why? Do they have reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Though he used to, a long time
So
ago.
what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? It wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Wait, so there's another person living in church and it's a Velita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How could you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then.
So
We
you
got different
got
interests.
nothing else to tell me. How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Or search through her radio computer.
Okay then, thanks.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
What is that about coffee? I feel like I've heard it before.
Look, man. I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
Alright.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Look up.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and
Compassion.
a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse?
I think it's morning.
As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window.
Who is this camera?
Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
It's Dolores Day. The old woman was right. This is the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
Know the place.
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachaux's founding, 300 or so years ago,
What-
by first
what else do you
generation
know?
settlers. There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him
Do
what
you
happened.
know
here.
why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Oof.
The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
It's a mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning. Your heart knows, but it does not want to say, not yet. Let these things be unknown for now. All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worry-worn look. The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
Okay, we could up our visual calculus. For sure. Okay, sure, let's do this. Think. Anything else? Visual calculus, visual calculus. Okay.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of
We don't have any
glass.
skill
A
points.
crack
It's
runs across
quite
the length
unfortunate.
of her body, her face oval and sad.
Ah. Turn away. Alright, let's see what this is about.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but
Alright,
you can
let me
sense
just,
that he doesn't like you.
investigate.
Maybe you see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon, First accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Hey, I know her.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
I don't know password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Is it my birthday?
Still
Is this
no.
please open the thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Let's try that again. Okay, Fortress Accident, like the one in the Dune commercial area?
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the Doom commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. Nothing happens.
Fine. Oh, we got an auto save, yeah.
Oh, hey, Wayne. There's coffee in the back.
Coffee in the back. Something
Have
familiar
you-
about that. Coffee and stale.
By any chance heard the Vish to save the password to her computer?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
No need to overdo it. He won't mind sharing it with you.
Just tell me what's the password. This is for, first degree murder investigation in Martinet.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Don't sweat it, Vato. The password is afterlife death.
Ooh.
That is true. But what comes after death?
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña.
Okay then, thanks.
Well, I think we're done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
The machine's keyboard, the speaker.
Good afternoon. Good.
Afterlife
It's
death.
good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress accident, is there a goodbye?
The machine's keyboard, the printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
You think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Narcotics.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids. Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Esca series, something advanced.
Why would you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading. I think these people worked in the radio computer games business, the one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Linto for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
Well, what could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
What is describing this song?
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That was me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer. And the storekeeper must be plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her. After...
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Are you the lead programmer of We're All Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or no. Not anymore.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad.
But
Something
who are
passes
you?
over her
What are you
face
doing
before
here?
she's straightened.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis language. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an
Have you seen the
abandoned
crab
church.
man?
No?
Do you know he's around?
Yes.
He's seen you.
And
The crab man has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crap men.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid.
Why are there so many
This one.
machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
RAM prefix. That's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is this processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Nah, really.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And what's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
And the AR1 is good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked to tell me this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing on with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Looking at what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do.
What about those bowls of
And you
water
want
over
to
there?
help it.
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them,
Alright,
okay?
I'll try not to touch
Thanks.
anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much
I'm
sleep.
a police
lately, has
officer.
she?
It's my job to get asked questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me
What
out.
research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2 mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say
Is the hole
anything.
connected to the data lost in the journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated.
A hole in the
than
world.
that.
What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Hold on a moment. Does that mean we are living in a world that has holes in it? I don't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here for science. I'll go to...
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday
Does it have
parlance.
anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
Or what about other supernatural entities?
I don't believe in them either.
What not many know is necroplasma exists.
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
You have an idea where the hole is located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Strange things may flourish in
Why
the
there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led
That's
me
where
to
the
this
crab
place.
man lives.
I know.
I think the crab man might be somehow responsible here.
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning.
You said that the
Her
research
hands
isn't
touch
going well.
the
Why
edges of
not?
the mouth.
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let
Typical
me work.
programmer. That's all I want to know about the scary 2 mm hole in the world. For now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
Okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do
Right,
with
right.
either
But
dance
how do you feel
or
about
music.
a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to
What do
build.
they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for the anodic dance music. It says it's a dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Alright, I'll let you work in peace now. Okay, where's that little bunch of tents?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
She must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks posse. It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one
You
likes
must be
to
yourself.
pop.
That's my name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about
They
the
did.
church and the club thing? Will you
I'll
help
help
us?
you, alright.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya?
Good job.
We've been
It's
waiting
freezing.
for weeks
Where's your
here.
hat?
Huh?
I mean, you should have a hat on.
So should you.
You don't have to do
I don't have to
anything.
do anything. I am the law. You have to do what the law says. I should, and you do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well. Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
We'll try this, but we're gonna fail.
Your
Oh, we got
eyes
your
are fixed
pass.
on her as
You got a
everything
super
gets very
success.
Still, dangerously so.
Dang, excuse me, what did you say?
She looks down, pretending
We actually
to be
got
busy
a nat
with the
20,
device.
I guess.
Make her meet your eyes. The kid isn't arrogant. She's just afraid to look you in the eye. You already put her in her place.
I am the police. You would do well to avoid this kind of language with me.
You're right. I shouldn't have sworn. I'm sorry.
Now I have some questions for you.
Okay.
The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not gonna believe me.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
There's no... Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
I saw him. I saw the crab man.
You saw him? Does it mean that you went in there? Did you
I
see
did
the
see
other
them both,
speaker?
yes.
The one in... Good, so you believe me. You should go tell this to Andre. He'll know what to
I'd like
do
to know
next.
more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about
Answer
them.
the question, please.
Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information
What
on
about
them.
you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
Ah, okay. Maybe I'll ask us about this later.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but
What's the device you got there?
this is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
How's this thing working?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where did you get that mic from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the
What's the
Palaceum.
Palaceum?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who is this Arnold guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
Hey, didn't Piss and Fuck the World mention Van Eyck?
Is it like a skull thing?
A skull thing? Man, you sound like 100 years old when you say that.
No, you don't. She's mistaken you for an old person. Say you're
I
cool.
get that.
I don't know what
I
that
grind.
means. I don't know what that means either.
Okay, nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed host's hostel room.
That's cool.
Alright, you're right. Time has deserted me. Oh, dang
Thanks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps?
it. Actually, I have some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
What is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
So what happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold
What
them.
for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
And what are these recordings for, the cracks and close-ups?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be like a music place anyway.
The girl is cold all of a sudden. Very cold.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden. She is on some kind of stimulant, amphetamine or methadone, and its effects are wearing off fast. She will begin to experience more and more valleys now, and fewer peaks.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Now this is where a hat would come in handy.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat.
Wait a minute, how's my hat? You said it's supposed to be a music place. Did you mean the one Andre's got planned at the church? Here, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
You said it's supposed to be a music place. Did you mean the one Andre got planned at church?
Yeah, the boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure. Yeah, Andre and the guys, inside the tent.
That's a question.
Go ahead.
Oh, I gave her a hat. Tell me more about this music place, the one you've been planning at church.
It's supposed to become, except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million
There's
years.
an anodic dance music.
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Electronic instruments, like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If it ever
Enough about
comes.
the church, and I have another question.
Go ahead.
Alright, let's try this.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
Heavy as a brick from the batteries inside the company logo Omicron. Okay, I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice with all drugs. Wearing off at your age or at any other age. In this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's come for you now.
What is?
Nothing, if you got this. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
What's... You said eating me. What? There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boy a dare
I guess there
about
is
it if you
something
want
that's
to.
been making my life hell.
What is it?
People just been putting their self... I think it's a plight of the working class.
Oh,
The Golem
Really?
capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike. I fear the process is irreversible.
wow. Social justice really matters that much to you. That's commendable. It really had you shaken up
I
there.
haven't seen much of this world.
Are you sure that's
From
it,
what
though?
I've seen, social justice is an adolescent term. Sounds almost liberal. What's got really me shaken up is the people's struggle. And it's got me shaken up bad.
Yeah, man. They're pretty bad.
And it makes me sick thinking about the thousands, millions, billions. How many people are there actually? How many people are in there in the world?
3.6 billion. Not counting
Really that many
emergencies.
reduces me to tears thinking about 3.6 billion and God knows how many more in that seal place crushed under tyranny of the market.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Are you sure you're not just hung up on some chick, though?
Now that you mentioned it, I found these letters and thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, they had the faintest scent of chewing gum on there. I could still smell other shit. They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel not good. Make me not feel good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all. Who
I
was
don't
she?
remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica.
Yep, next to nothing.
Are you sure you don't remember anything about? Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit.
Pretty sure.
Are you sure the letters were
Why
for you?
would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember though? Is it like some
I
selective
think it's more
memory
about me
thing?
getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erase all memory of the world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze.
Booze. You
I
paused
forgot
on
too.
that right before booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What is this Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the bullshit psych thing, then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Yes, but it itches really, really
Actually,
bad.
that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
Alright, this is a good time to pause the recording. I'll stop here for the video, and I'm gonna brush my teeth instead. See you in a bit.